Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. And in my last tutorial, I showed you how I make a list of items using data extraction with attributes. And in this tutorial, a continuation of the last tutorial, I will show you how I use the same data extraction, but instead of attributes, I am now using dynamic blocks. So here we have a list of a couple doors and windows, and instead of using attributes, I'm using dynamic blocks. So the information within my dynamic block, I'm extracting it. And here you can see a list of that information. So here we have door, the type of door I have within my drawing, the width of that door, and the height. And the same also for my window, the window type, the width, and the height. And also, of course, the count. So when amount of windows I have in this, with this information, AutoCAD using data extraction combines that information for you. So you can have a total list of all the windows and doors in this example of it within my drawing. So I can have you can have a spreadsheet or a shopping list. You can also add prices to this, but the only way to add prices is once more adding. Welcome back, guys. So in this video, I'm using this building that I downloaded from online, and it's just for demonstration purposes. So I made a couple of dynamic blocks, like these windows and doors, to show you how I use data extract using dynamic blocks. So in the last video, I showed you how to use attributes to extract data. But now in this video, I'm going to show you how to use your dynamic blocks and extract the data from the dynamics blocks. So here in this example, this door, for example, oh, sorry. Here we can see a parameter and it's called height. I named this parameter height, and this is just the height of the door. And here we have the width of the door, the total width. And here we have a couple more linear parameters. This one is the width going left, and this one is the width going right. The reason why I had to make two parameters is because if I make one only, it will just stretch to one side. But since, and it won't center these two where it's supposed to go. It will look very odd. It would just stretch one side. But the reason why I did two is because here we can stretch this one to the left and this one to the right. So we have a couple of actions. So this is a stretch action, and this stretch action multiplies by 0.5 and also has an angle of 180, meaning it will go left. This one is the opposite of the one I just mentioned. So this is also 0.5, but then it will have an angle of 0. So whatever direction this parameter is going, this one will go also. So these two are chain parameters. And chain parameters just means that what it is driven by a other parameter. So meaning it is driven by this one. So you cannot manually move this one or stretch these two parameters. It is just driven from whatever measurements this one has. This one will multiply by 0.5 and also this one by 0.5. So it will always remain in the center. This one also has the same properties as these. The only difference with this one is it is driven by the height. So whatever the height is, it will multiply the height times 0.5, and then it will just height in this one, this part right here. So this will always be centered also. And we also have a move function, and this move function will make sure that this part right here, so the width will always remain in this corner. Because let's say if this one stretches this part to the left, then the width point will remain wherever it started. So the move function ensures that whatever distance this one stretches the window that side, that the parameter will also go with it. And not only the parameter, but also the grip from the parameter to ensure that it always remains in the center. Also the type of window, this visibility button right here, grip right here, it will also make sure that the grip remains in the middle. Now if we go into our visibility, right here we have a couple of types of windows, as you can see, to make the tutorial a little more informative so that you can see the different stages it is on, or the different types of windows. And that's about it. I will explain furthermore more about this dynamic block and how I did this dynamic block in the next tutorial, because then I will have a detailed tutorial of dynamics blocks. Also, your window parameter is exactly the same as the door parameter. The only difference with a window parameter, it is called window. And of course, the door parameter, it is called, the door block, it is called door. Sorry, not parameter, but block. So those two are the only two dynamic blocks we are using within this drawing, even though they look all, not all, but a lot look much different. But even though they are different, that they are the same block. That is the point of making a dynamic block, so that you can just place your one block type or one block in your drawing, and you can just copy paste it in different sections and then just change the type dynamically, hence the word dynamic block. So now let us get into why you came to watch this tutorial. So we're going to use data extraction from our dynamic block. So in my last tutorial, I show you how you can use data extraction using attributes within your block. But now we are going to use just the dynamic block itself. So meaning your visibility, your parameters, and those kind of stuff. So let us create a new data extraction, and we will call this one opening. We're going to save it. We're going to include the current drawing, so everything within my drawing, and we're not going to select individual blocks. If we select individual blocks or objects, then whatever, let's say I added a new block, then I would have to go back into my data extraction and add that new block to it. But when you include the drawing set, so include everything in the current drawing, then whatever block you add or you remove out of your drawing, it will also read that information. Now let us click on next. Now here we can see a whole list of different blocks and non-blocks within my drawing. And in this tutorial, we're going to just concentrate on those two blocks, which is my window and my door. So then you will right click wherever and then click on check all to make this easier. And then we will click window and door. Click on next. And here we have a whole list of categories. We won't have the 3D visualization, meaning your material and those kind of stuff. We won't need that information. We don't need the drawing information, so meaning your file name, file location, those kind of stuff. That's not important for this tutorial. We do need these three. This is from our dynamic block, as you can see. So this one we will leave active, which is the type, width, and the height. And then we have the line width and those other stuff, location within your drawing, units, and rotation. Those things we will remove. So you will only need your type, the width, and the height, which are those that information from my dynamic block. Now here we have a list of the windows and doors within my drawing. I would like to have the count, so we will leave count on, show count. The block name, we will leave that also. And we will combine identical rows. So meaning here you can see these are identical, so it just counted up together. So first of all, we want to sort correctly. So the first sort, I want to sort it by name. And then I want to sort it by type. Okay, so here we have first the name of the block and then the type of door or window we have selected or have in our drawing. Next, we want to set the column data format. I would like decimals, and for windows and doors, millimeters is enough. I don't want it to be 0.000 millimeters. I'll just leave it to 0 millimeter, like 1. So position 10, so nothing behind the comma. And then here by additional formatting, we will add a surface, and that is space, and then millimeters, so that the person know who's reading the table know that it is millimeters. And then we will click OK. So here we can see it added it nicely to my column. Now here we will set also the formatting the same way, millimeters. Okay, so here we have also the millimeters added to the back of my measurements. So this is basically all that you need to do. Then you click on next. I want to insert it into a table, and the table title, I want to call it openings. I want the table style that we created a couple tutorials back, one on 500, so basically very big, so that we can see it right now. You can also do one on 100, but I would just choose one on 500, see how does it look. And then we will finish this and just add a table to our drawing. Whoops, that's really big. So that is our table. So here we can see that it counts. So the door type C has a width of 1 meter 50 or 1 meter 5, and 2 meter 175 or 117.5. However you write as millimeters or centimeters in speaking terms. So here we have it, guys. This is just a quick tutorial of how you can make a quick summary or list of all the blocks within your drawing, and also extract important data that is needed. So here you can easily make a spreadsheet. So you can also export it to Excel. So let us just do that for the, yes. Now instead of making a new one, we just have an existing one. So let us just select the opening, click on next, include everything within my drawing, yes. So now instead of having to fill in everything, it is pre-selected for us because we already specify the information within this data extraction file. So it's the same way, you see, everything is well within my extraction file. So instead of inserting the table in my drawing, I want to export it to a Excel sheet. So let us just, where will we insert it? Let us just insert it here in my YouTube folder. Save, next, and finish. Let us wait till it tells us that it's done. Here we will see when it's done. Okay, now it's done. See, the data link has been changed. Any tables using this data will be updated. Okay. So now let us go to my YouTube folder and let us open our Excel sheet. Now here we have the list again, the same list we had within our drawing. Now we have it in Excel. So here you can choose for different types of database or external programs you can use. I think I have a couple more within AutoCAD you can select, but you can export it yourself. So that was it, guys, for now. It was a very short video, the shortest one by far. So it won't it there is not much to say about this except to try it, and the most important part is to make your block correctly. So once you make your block correctly, the rest is just very easy. So that's all you have to do, guys. And I will see you in my next video. Bye for now, guys.